So, good evening, Cop Talkers, and welcome to tonight's show. Hello, Karim. Nice to see you, bro. Nice to see you.
Yeah,
You well?
Premier League starting, so we're all right. All systems.
You okay? Yeah, you good?
Yeah, good. The more wins we get, the better I'm going to get.
Okay, well, hopefully we're going to get some wins. So tonight we're going to do a little review of the season so far. Who's your player of the season and your favourite game so far?
You know what? Okay, my player of the season's got to be Van Dijk. Coming back from serious injury, as he has done, that's career threatening. To come back, to be on top form, to be able to carry on from where he left off, he's got to be player of the season, man. For me, for us, that big difference. You can see how much we struggled last season without him. How many players tried to step into his boots to fill it, and it didn't work. And then, we went on an amazing run, and, we did pull our socks up and get it together and manage to qualify for the Champions League. But this season, we're title contenders. That's the difference. And, and we've got a good chance of winning the FA Cup and the Champions League. So he's got to be my player of the season. The game of the season, for me, oh, boy. Where do I put it, man?
There's been a few. There's been a few good ones.
Yeah, there's been a few ones, but where is it? Because on that the big run, we were 14 points behind. Do I pick the first game from that? Do I? You know what? I'm gonna go for a weird one, man.
You can have a couple. Pick a couple of games. Then.
You know what?
Because it's hard to narrow it down to one.
Yeah, no, but for me, like, what it weren't game of the as in, if I'm gonna think of something that we knew we had to step up was like probably the Chelsea draw. Where they had a player sent off. Okay, where we knew. This ain't gonna. We need to roll our socks up and put it together. Otherwise, we're gonna be out the out the league. That will probably be one of my career, like one of the season games. But as in the most exciting game, there's been so many. What is it? Leeds. Oh, again. Was it some of the champions? You know what? I can't even think of one. You know what I mean? You tell me.
Okay, so for me, there's a few games that stand out for me. Obviously, the Carabao Cup final. It's the best 0-0 I've ever seen in my life.
Winning the
For me, that being a 0-0. I mean, when there was 4 goals actually scored, and they were all disallowed in play. So. I've never seen a game like that. I mean, it had everything. It had drama. It had good play. Both teams had good chances. Both teams could have won. And then it's just the way Liverpool won it. Like the penalty shootout. Our goalie, the number 2, scores his penalty. And the guy that Chelsea brought on specifically for penalties is the guy that misses. It was just like ironic, you know what I mean? It was just ironic. So for me, that's one of my favourite games this season. The other game I enjoyed was one I went to, which was the Liverpool Man City game, because I was standing behind one of the greatest goals I've ever seen live. That was Mo Salah's goal against City. That where he did that bit of great skill and left Cancelo and then done Edison at his near post. Yeah, that was just amazing to be right behind that. And when he scored that goal, I kind of crowd surfed a little bit. I went forward, like in Anfield, and I was worried because I'm heavy, and I was looking at the guy. I was looking at the guy below me, and I was like, "Are you all right, mate? Are you sure?" And but it was just like amazing because it went. I almost went.
You're not in control of yourself, man.
No. it was just amazing. It was just an amazing moment in the season. But for a game, the importance of a win, I think the Arsenal game, that was massive. To win that game was huge because Arsenal, right? Let's not make them. Arsenal have improved.
Yeah.
All right, they've improved, and all right, they hadn't played any top teams apart from Man City, who were lucky to beat them actually. But it was just that game was so big because it was the game in hand. It was the game in hand that we had, and it was away, and it was a tough game, man. And listen,
point difference because of that game as well. Now,
it was tough. It was a tough game, and they could have scored first, and Alisson made a great save. That was an important win. I mean, they're all important, but I felt that was big. That was big. And then going into the international break, no more league games after that. Going into that international break, still within our grasp, very big, very big. So they're the games. Player of the season, I agree with you, Van Dijk. Van Dijk for me he's been huge, I mean, and what it's done is it showed the difference he makes to Liverpool and to all the attacking players and to just how the team plays, that confidence that the team, if you watch Liverpool now, there's almost like a calmness about how we play.
Arrogance.
It's not helter-skelter football or crazy football end to end. It's a controlled thing, And so Van Dijk, to come back from that injury that he had, having the whole season out last season, and to now be back playing the level he's playing at. And I think he can get better as well. I think he can even improve. I think he's going to get better as the season goes on. So, I think for me, he's just awesome. Awesome. And the other player I think who's really done amazingly this season is Alisson, is the goalie. He's made some important saves, man.
Oh, yeah.
He's made some key saves. And it seems weird to think with the attacking players we've got and how well they've played, like Salah, Jota, Diaz coming in, it seems crazy that we're not saying that one of these guys are player of the season. But for me, it is the goalie and Van Dijk.
Yeah, I definitely agree with you. All the rest of the players have had players like, obviously, like Salah
as well. Fabinho as well. I would put him above the attacking players. It seems like we've got this solid base now for the attackers to go and do their thing.
Yeah,
and we can manage games a lot better now. And there's a maturity with this team. And I think it's amazing.
Yeah, I just feel like Salah's probably got a good mention in there because his goal returns are pretty good this season as well. But also the Christmas period where Jota, kept us in it. Everyone thought African nation, Mane going, Salah going. We were going to be out of the title race, and we had, it was going to be over during that period, and we're so many points behind at that time as well. It's just to be able to, fill in both their shoes while they're away and keep us there. I feel like he's got, he would have been up there with me, like with Van Dijk, but it's that earlier period where he weren't there, he was injured, and because you can only judge a player if he's playing, and if he's injured, he's not there.
Jota hasn't let Liverpool down at all. Jota has been a great player for us this year. I think all of them have contributed at different times. They've all stepped up, and that's the beauty with having the 5 forwards we've got now. That he's got to pick 3 from 5, but it like against Arsenal. He brought on Salah and Firmino. I mean, how disheartening must that have been for, Arsenal to see Jota and Diaz go off, thinking, okay, we're going to get a break now. And then on comes Salah and Firmino. It must be like, what the hell, man? How do we deal with this stuff?
You know what upsets me now? You know that five subs, it's only coming into play next season. Yeah. If we had that this year with the 5 strikers we got, it's
fine.
Yeah,
at least
the rest of the world has got 5, and we're only just bringing it into play next season.
Well, at least it's coming in. That's the main thing. But yeah, I think So that for me is the season so far. I think we've done exceptionally well. I think we've showed that there was a lot of people thinking that last season that was the end of Liverpool. Now that was we had our little bit of fun around success. We won the league the year before. We won the Champions League the year before that. It was it now. We dropped off. But it showed that it was the injuries to the centre-backs that was the problem last year for us. That was the thing that cost Liverpool last year. Because we still finished third.
Yeah.
And it was a terrible season, in terms of result. Lost 6 in a row at Anfield. Horrible season.
Yeah.
No fans.
Even our first home game against Burnley, like last season. So there's a lot of things to be upset about. You're not bringing an adequate defender in during the January transfer as well. Also struggling for goals as well. We were struggling for goals.
Yeah,
but I tell you what, this season another game that was a defining. That Leicester 3-1 down to be able to turn that game around.
You mean in the cup?
Yeah,
in the Carabao. Yeah. That was good, and that was a good game actually. That was quite a good game. I watched that game. That was good. So look, we scored some great goals. It's been fantastic football this season. Really has. To win all our Champions League group games as well. No British club's done that before. So we've done well. But now is the business end.
Yeah.
So predictions, my friend. What do you think about the title? Is obviously, Chelsea mathematically are still in it, but I would think it's between Liverpool and City for the title. What do you think? I think I think City on paper look like they've got the better running.
Well, the fact that we still got Man United, we still got Tottenham, and they've played all the top game. I don't think they've got a team that they need to play what's within the top 6. So all their teams are probably lesser teams. It depends. The thing is, we've got the squad now to compete in every tournament we're in now, whether it's the FA Cup, whether it's the Champions League, whether it's the Premier League. And I just feel like they're going to be, they haven't, apart from Jesus, the only thing that might let them down is not signing a striker. So I feel like the advantage is with us. I don't fear anyone at the moment, especially with having 5. We've never had so much luxury, or players. I just feel like it's ours for the taking, and we can change a game. If they want to play the long ball, we can do that. If they want to play through the middle, we can do that. If we want to hold the team, we've got enough defenders now. If we want to just play defensive and just keep the ball and break it, we could do that. And we ain't playing players out of position. We've actually got players that can play in that position, and they're fit.
Well, let's hope it stays that way.
Hopefully Alexander-Arnold's fit for that. The game on the 10th. We're going to need him. I just don't trust Gomez. I know he's good, but Alexander-Arnold would, be the icing on the cake.
Yeah, Alexander-Arnold is like a number 10 that plays at right back.
Mm.
He's not a right back. I don't think he's a defender. I see him as a number 10. He's a creative player.
Yeah.
He's a game changer. But he plays a right back. So, just that's his position. But, yeah. And I think he's improved defensively as well. He has improved. He does get done by the ball over the top constantly, though. But, listen, that's where Liverpool's weakness is. It's that side of the pitch because Van Dijk is on the other side. So he's normally playing with Matip, who's slow. So the ball over the top normally is that's the way in for most teams. That side, Trent's side. But listen, we play a high-risk football.
Henderson steps into where if he's pushed too far forward, to protect him from behind. So
he does, but he's still that is our weak side defensively. And it's just the high-risk football we play. So, no risk, no reward,
I don't think if Alexander-Arnold is not fit, I don't think it will be Gomez playing that game. I feel like it will be Milner, and I'm a bit worried about that.
No, I don't think Milner I don't think he gets the nod there. I think it will be either Gomez or for a left field option, it could be Henderson. Because Henderson can play that position. I don't see him putting Milner there purely because of the pace. Although Milner did fill in there in the league game, but Foden destroyed him. Yeah, so I don't see that happening. But look, I don't know about the selection for the team, but I just think we go there with every chance to win, and if we can win that game, that'll be huge. As long as we don't lose, though, that's the main thing. We can't lose that game. But if we win it, and I think we're capable of doing it, then it's on. Obviously we've got Watford before that, and that's going to be tricky. Hodgson's a spoiler, and he'll set them up to frustrate us, and they've got dangerous, quick players on the break. But Watford defending, they can't defend. Yeah. So I can't see anything but a Liverpool victory there.
Well,
and then we got Champions League after that, Benfica away. Again, another game where we should win. Really, Benfica are a good team.
If we can't score with Otamendi and Vertonghen at their age.
Yeah,
with our strike force, then we deserve to be going out. So I feel like we'll probably get a win there, but it's going to be a tough game away in Portugal.
Yeah, I think
still competing at all fronts.
I think the key
international break. We don't know what Salah's head's going to be like now. He's talking about retiring from international football. Mane does another one over him.
Well, look, Salah. Look, Senegal are a better team than Egypt. That just goes without saying. They got better players. Salah did well to keep Egypt in contention. So he's got nothing more to prove with Egypt. Do you know what I mean? If he retired from international football, good. It means he's fitter for Liverpool, So I don't think he'll retire, though. I think he's fine. He's just disappointed, obviously. He's gone out. He's not going to be at the World Cup. I get it. He's one of the best players in the world. He wants to be there on that stage, but listen, I think this could motivate him to succeed. Now, he won't want to end the season going out, not being in the World Cup and not winning another medal or trophy. He'll want something else this season, and he'll want to play a part in that and hit the headlines. So I'm hoping it's going to motivate him for glory. So let's see. So we've got some, before we play City, we've got a couple of tricky games, but definitely games we should be winning. Diaz will know all about Benfica from Portugal. So there won't be any surprises there. And like you said, Otamendi, Vertonghen, they're experienced international defenders, so they're not idiots, but listen, we should be a bit too dynamic for them. in that forward line. And I just think we just look so solid at the moment. I think, obviously, if we get past Benfica, getting into the semi-finals of the Champions League, Bayern Munich are going to be a very different proposition. They're a top side. That's like a 50-50 game. Anything can happen in that game. But I definitely think we got the best side of the draw in the Champions League. You know, to avoid the English teams is what you want to do.
Okay. Yeah,
so
Chelsea and Man City, Real Madrid, I'm
glad we avoided them. There was a thing where I thought we were going to get Man City in the FA Cup, which we did. I thought we were going to get Man City in the Champions League.
Oh, wow, yeah.
And play them in the league. I thought we were going to play them like 4 times in about 2 weeks.
2 weeks.
And I thought Netflix was going to film it, you know, like a mini-series.
Documentary,
yeah. But we avoided, obviously, the Champions League stuff. But we got them in the FA Cup semi-final as well, Man City. And, you know, that's going to be a good game as well. It will be a different game to the league game, I think. I think you might see a bit more of an open game, but I think both teams will want to win that as well.
Yeah.
I mean, look, City could do the treble still. We can do the quadruple. They can do the treble. So it's everything to play for, man. It really is. What do you think? You think how many trophies do you think we're going to end up with?
I'd like to say 4, but that doesn't happen, does it? It could happen. I'm probably going to say, I don't want to jinx it, man. I don't even want to say I don't want to put a number to it. If I say 2, then you're going to ask me what 2. You know what I mean?
Listen.
I'll be like,
I believe.
Champions League, you know?
I believe. I mean, I don't think there's been another season like this in my lifetime where Liverpool, at this stage of the season, have been in all these competitions. I think the only other time was in...
Yeah, what? I'm going to ask you
84, when they did the treble then. They did the League Cup, European Cup, and the League treble under Joe Fagan. But the season was slightly different then. You know, it was the way the season was. It was, I think they went on a massive run to win the league, and obviously they won the European Cup, and then it was the Milk Cup back then, whatever it was called. So yeah, I can't remember too many seasons like this where at this stage, April, we're in everything. I can't remember.
If he wins all 4 trophies, would Klopp go and say, "Look"?
No. He's not going to go. I don't think.
I've got everything I wanted. I've got every belt under my belt now. What could be won at club level in England. Let me go off into the sunshine. You know what I mean?
No, you'll say, "Well, I'll do it again next year."
Yeah, well, hopefully.
To win the quadruple, there's a reason why it's never been done, because it's pretty impossible. All right, but listen, everything happens at some point, so why not? There is a possibility, but
there to be done.
So many things have to go our way. It's crazy, but I definitely think we haven't finished collecting trophies this season. I don't think we finished collecting trophies.
We'll definitely get one more. I definitely think one more. But I'm you know what?
Listen, I don't know. I don't want to say either how many. I just think we should win at least one more trophy.
Yeah.
This team is good enough to win at least one out of these 3 remaining trophies. You know, any one of them. You know, to be in the quarterfinal of the Champions League with a game that we should win over 2 legs, a team that we should beat over 2 legs, and to be in the semi-final of the FA Cup, which is a one-off game, and then you're in the final, and then you're also in almost like head-to-head for the league. 7-8 games to go. So we've got a chance in all three.
Tough though,
Let's see. Let's see what happens.
So you knock out FA Cup, you knock out Man City, you got Chelsea in the final, wouldn't it?
Well, whoever they play, who are Chelsea playing?
They're playing Crystal Palace, but
listen, Crystal Palace could win.
Yeah.
Crystal Palace. They're dangerous.
They've got good players. Yeah,
they're dangerous. They could beat Chelsea. They could beat. Look at all the stuff going on with Chelsea at the moment. All the madness happening around them. So anything can happen there. All right. So that's Liverpool title predictions, the cups, top four. So obviously, Man City, Liverpool, Man City, Chelsea. Who's joining them in the top four, do you reckon?
Okay, well, you've said the top three. And I'm thinking it's not going to be Man United. I know that. And it's not going to be West Ham for me. And it's definitely not going to be Wolves as well. So it's only left with two London clubs. Who am I going to go for? Who am I going to go for? My brain says Tottenham, but my heart says Arsenal. I do feel like Arteta deserves a bit of break, from what he's done, what the players he's got rid of, the criticisms he's had, and to stay strong, to do what he did, kicking out Ozil, kicking out Aubameyang, and then, putting a system together, bringing in the youth. Feel like he deserves it more, but then you've got a top manager on the other side, Conte, who knows how to win, who's experienced, and then you got that strike force, I think I watched a program and this. I can't remember who it was that said that Arsenal are the best team out of the ones going for the top four. But Tottenham and Manchester United have star players that can change the games, which Arsenal don't have. So it's an interesting battle between them. I mean, Arsenal have to still play Tottenham, Man United and Chelsea. Yeah.
So they've got a tough running.
Yeah. I feel like the game that's going to make a difference is the derby. They've got Crystal Palace this week. That's going to be a tough one as well.
Yeah, they've got to play under the lights at Sellers Park. That's going to be tough.
Yeah, but they've got that game in hand as well over Tottenham, so they can afford to lose one.
But if they lose one, it's could start to wobble. So look, it's going to be interesting. I still think. I still think Manchester United have an outside shot at it, but
let's hope not. I feel like because we've got. You know what? I'm going to go with Arsenal. You know why? Because we've still got to play Tottenham and we've still got to play thing, and I'm hoping for 6 points there. So I'm going Arsenal. You get what I'm saying? We're playing.
I mean, look, out of the teams, they're probably the ones who are going to get it. Do I have a favourite? No, not really. I don't really care who gets the other place. I don't really like any of the teams. I don't like Tottenham. I don't like Arsenal. I definitely don't like Manchester United. So, listen, I don't care who gets it out of them. I know that a few of them will be disappointed, which is good. Obviously, I know more Arsenal fans, so it's good to wind them up. But if they get it, they get it. Good luck to them, man. I don't really care. We got bigger fish to fry than that top four place. But yeah, definitely Arsenal have improved though, from what they were, say, last season and even the beginning of this season. They've definitely got better. So, yeah, Arteta does deserve some credit for turning that around. And I think getting rid of Aubameyang was massive for him. It was a big statement.
You know what? The thing is, And Aubameyang's been scoring a lot of goals for Barcelona.
But he was such a negative influence on their club.
But this is the thing. Imagine if they did lose a couple of games, why Aubameyang's doing his other thing. He would have been under so much criticism. And for the fact that they've got those points and they're playing really good, and they haven't got that negative influence in the change room.
Yeah, it looks like there's a togetherness amongst them, which it didn't look like before. So definitely, and that's why when we were playing Arsenal. Leading up to that game, I was concerned because I was like, this is going to be a tough game. And it was just like actually the League Cup semi-final we played when we played them there. I mean, same result, but it was the same kind of pattern to the game. But then it was first sort of 15 minutes, Arsenal played really well. And then Liverpool took over. I think we scored. And then we just managed the game and then scored a second in the second half, and that was it. It was done. But yeah, it was a similar kind of game where Arsenal did play well and did have their moments. Mm-hmm. And that Martinelli, I know Klopp seems to love him, boy, doesn't he?
Yeah, boy. If there's a player that I'll take from their squad, there'll be two. I'll definitely try get if we wanted to get them or if we needed to get them, would definitely be Martinelli and Saka. Those two players. At their age, they can only with experience and the games that they're going to be playing, they can only get better.
They're definitely good players, man. Definitely good. So the final thing, relegation. Who do we think is getting relegated? I
what? I want Burnley to go down for taking that, in our first defeat. Let them go down. But obviously Norwich is gone.
Yeah.
And I feel who's the other team in there? Or is it Newcastle? Watford, they've gone. I feel like Watford will probably go. I don't think... I would want... You know what? My thing says, Everton. But I feel so sorry. I'm hearing that they've got no money now. They're going to have to sell Richarlison and Calvin Lewis. You know what I mean?
How terrible that is for them, eh?
Hey, and they're talking about building a stadium next to the Merseyside. They're the bank. But the thing is, they've got an inexperienced manager that doesn't know how to compete in a relegation battle. They've got financial crisis, and they're going to be losing their two best players. What kind of motivation? You know what? To break this kind of news at this point of the season, they could go down. I know they've got.
Listen. It could be a dream season for Liverpool. We could win the Premier League and Everton get relegated in the same season.
Wow.
Oh, my God. oh, my God.
Not to be
that would be unbelievable.
You know what? The thing is, if that happens, it would be a good thing. Because most of our players that we have, our top players, the one game they definitely one gets injured in is a derby.
And we've got Everton at Anfield.
Look. Origi
We've got to play them.
That high, that made the difference from us losing the Seville. But no matter what anyone says, Origi getting injured, he was on top form that season.
Yeah, and he's never been the same player since.
Never been the same players. Last season they cost us the title.
Van Dijk and Thiago
as well in the same game, and that disallowed goal. You're
still feeling sorry for them?
No, they got to go down.
Oh dear! All right, bro, listen.
Right, let's leave it at that. Now, look, if there's one team I want to go down, it'll be them.
Yes, I hope so. But let's hope before Burnley get relegated, they beat Man City.
Yeah, Man City. You know what? That Burnley can stay up, man. I'd rather.
Oh dear.
Watford and Norwich, whatever, you know what I mean? Because Watford did dirty on us last season as well.
Yeah, Watford. No, not did they? I can't remember now.
They beat us 3-1 or something. You know that Ismail Sarr.
No, that was when we won the league. The year we won the league. We were unbeaten. We were unbeaten until that point.
Yeah,
and they inflicted that first. Listen, thanks for coming on, man. And look, good to see you. And we will catch up soon.
Definitely. Take care, mate.
Take care.